The original OG. Hey everyone, Templar74 here with another episode of Poké Talk, and today's episode of Poké Talk is going to be my review of the latest episode of Pokemon Aim to be a Pokemon Master, Episode 2, Ash vs. Misty. And I gotta be honest with you guys, this episode brought back some nostalgia for me. That's pretty much the point of Aim to be a Pokemon Master, with it being Ash's final bit of journey. So it's kind of meant to be nostalgia overload, but this episode really hit me in a different way, and I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe as we're talking about the episode, I'll understand it myself a little bit more. But I'm rambling, and we'll talk about it all soon enough. So at risk of further rambling, let's move on to the actual episode. So the premise of the episode is Ash and his Pokemon are by the sea. They've arrived at the sea. We still have no idea where in the world Ash is at this moment, but the new world champion is there with some of his old Mons. We have Totodile, we have Corphish, Leavanny, and Rowlet. Weird grouping, but that's who Ash and Pikachu are rolling with today. And Corphish is so happy to be at the sea. He looks friggin' adorable when he's running off like that. And as this is going on, a Clauncher appears from the sea. Ash attempts to catch it. Corphish and this Clauncher develop a rivalry almost immediately. And it's funny because Pikachu tried to fish for Clauncher with its tail and got snapped at, and Pikachu did not want to have any of that. So anyway, when Ash is trying to catch this Clauncher, Misty grabs his arm with her fishing lure and her fishing rod, and she's like, I'm going to catch that Clauncher. And Ash and Misty have this brief little reunion, and Misty goes on about how she's ran into this Clauncher before. She wants it, it's fate, and nothing is going to stop her. So Ash basically comes up with this idea, because he wants the Clauncher too, with it being so powerful, that him and Misty are going to basically battle for it, but not before they try fishing for it first. So essentially, once they've fished for Clauncher and get it there, Ash and Misty are going to have a battle to determine who gets Clauncher. And so, okay, we have the new world champion going up against one of his oldest companions, his oldest traveling companions here, who's also a gym leader. This was not going to... You would think you would know how this match would go with Ash being a world champion, but no, Pokemon decided to pull one on us and let Misty have the win. That being said, Ash and Corphish, who lose this battle, they're still accepting of it, and it's at this point that Team Rocket show up, because, of course, why not? And they're back in the Magikarp submarine, and they're going to catch that Clauncher because they want to eat it. I'm not going to lie, that was pretty dark. I love to fish as much as the next guy, and I firmly believe in catching or eating what you catch, but that seems kind of cruel and sick when you're talking about Pokemon. But I don't know. It was nice, I guess. Anyway, Team Rocket basically gets the crud kicked out of them and nothing flat, and they're sent off flying, and these poor guys are just hungry. They want a meal, even though they are Pokemon cannibals confirmed. All that being said, Misty ultimately ends up with the Clauncher, and as Ash and Pikachu are about ready to part ways and carry on, Misty decides she's going to tag along for the rest of this last adventure, this last hurrah of Ash, kind of like the old days. And that's essentially where the episode left off. Like I said, this episode was really, really nostalgia. Misty was not one of my favorite characters, to be honest with you, but this kind of reminds me back when Ash and Misty were traveling by themselves after Brock took off in the Orange Islands. We got the classic Team Rocket trope, which they're hungry for food, and they're also hungry for Pikachu, and their desire for food outranks their desire for Pikachu. And this episode, like I said, just nostalgia. That's the only way I can describe it. Overall, I didn't have a problem with the episode. I thought it was really great, even though, I'll be honest, the cannibalism part that Team Rocket showed kind of was like, what? Are you really going to do this? But I really can't complain about it because it gave us something different. Overall, though, the episode was pretty great, and of course, seeing Rowlet back, you know I'm a fan. Overall, I give this episode an 8 out of 10. It was a pretty good episode, not gonna lie, and I I'll be honest, most of the reason why, well, maybe not most of the reason, but a good chunk of the reason is nostalgia. It took me right back to when I was a young kid watching Pokemon for the first time. Yeah, and I know that's what this series is supposed to do, but this episode did it really well, in my opinion. Overall, though, those are just my thoughts, and as always, I want to hear yours. So, in the comments section down below, let me know what your guys' thoughts were about this week's episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was just there? What are your thoughts? Just let me know in the comments section down below, because as always, I enjoy hearing from you. All right, everyone, as always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.